G'day superstars, I hope you're surviving in style. I know I am. Okay, so let's talk about self-help tips. If you're like everyone else that I know, and I'm certainly included in that bunch, everyone seems to be going for walks at the moment. Now, I don't do a lot of walking, apart from walking in and out of the clinic to the car, backwards and forwards, and maybe a little bit around the soccer oval and so forth, but not a huge amount. I have to say, I'm doing an extraordinarily huge amount of walking these days and up hills. So if you haven't already worked out and that you're not aware of it, the main muscle that is going to start giving you grief is not your gastrosoleus up here, okay? It's going to be this little puppy right through here, the Tibialis Anterior. And it is one of my favorite muscles, and it does get missed. But because you're doing so much more walking at the moment, it is the one muscle that is really going to feel it, because it just does not and has not been conditioned to all the walking that you've been doing. Obviously, by the end of all this, it'll be fantastic and it'll be rocking. But at the moment, it's probably struggling a bit. So you're probably getting a lot of anterior shin pain through there, or just some stiffness and soreness. So we talk about some self-massage tips. None better than using good old Premax. So this is the new branding, which is super sexy. If you're not aware of it, it is super, super sexy. And kudos to Premax for it as well. Now, lid comes off. What you probably won't notice now is, which is also new, is that they have a new inner lid, which is awesome given the infection and protection scenario that we're all applying to ourselves now. And then obviously, and then you can see there it is there. And wow, the original always has smelt magnificent. Okay, so the original, for those of you not aware of it, it's the one that's not super slippery. So if we want a little bit of grip, this is the one that we use. Okay, so that's what I'm using today. So give it a decent liberal application. Okay, just a really broad, it's pretty easy to get through. I'm going to show you this technique because it is a ripper. Okay, and it's a ripper because of a self-massage technique, and I show my athletes this when they're away on tour. So it involves a couple of movements. The first one is plantar flexion to dorsiflexion, and dorsiflexion to plantar flexion. So you can see the muscle contracting as we do that. But we're going to work the muscle while we're going through that. So we bring it up into dorsiflexion. So that's the foot up, okay? We place our fingers, okay? Cup them right at the bottom of the ankle there, okay? So you've got the hip up into flexion as well. And what we're going to do is that we're going to lean back, lock out our arms and put our body weight. So we're basically going to pull up on that muscle as it goes down into dorsiflexion, okay? I'll do it again. So there it is, dorsiflexion, and then down into plantar flexion. And you can actually do this sitting and watching the telly, believe it or not, whether it be Gogglebox or whatever, Tiger King, whatever's floating your boat at the moment, okay? And trust me, you do this for a good 2 to 3 minutes, and I guarantee you will be loving the way that your tib anterior is feeling. Now, just also, right at the top here, if you find the head of your fib, which is about here, roll across, couple of finger widths down, cross fiber across there, you will run head first into the trigger point, which refers all the way down, sometimes into the foot, even sometimes into the big toe. And I'm tipping you're using your big toe a fair bit. So you can also do a little bit of trigger point work, backwards and forwards over that trigger point. If you do it right, you'll feel it referring all the way down, okay? So remember, dorsiflexion to plantar flexion, all the way up, lean back into it, pull right back, get a really broad approach to it as you go through the range, and then you can sit and then just concentrate on that trigger point through there as well, all right? Super easy, no excuse that you can't do it if you're sitting on your bum watching Tiger King or whatever the case may be. I hope that helps you superstars. As I always say, be awesome at what you do. We'll see you on the other side.